Hello, and welcome to My Daughter is a Cultist by Virtua Worlds. As usual, link in the description to download, play the game, name your own price, support artists. You've heard me say it before, you'll hear me say it again. So, My Daughter is a Cultist is a horror game about discovering why our daughter is acting so strangely. One could assume it's her membership into a cult that we had to pay for, you know. She came and asked, hey, can I have the $5 to join a cult? And we can't say no to her. So let's jump into the horrors of being a parent and finding out why my daughter is a cultist, which I can only assume that the name is based on that kind of recent-ish trend of very descriptive anime names. I mean, that's always been a thing in anime, of overly descriptive names and such. Like when you think of like an anime title, you think of like Goku versus Frieza. Goku super dies in this one. I mean, Goku doesn't die to Frieza, but you understand what I mean. Y'all get it. Like, anime's always had overly descriptive names that tends to spoil stuff. So we start off in a very sparse bedroom. We have a Japanese style sliding door. Please let me come. I'm not sure why it's just opening and closing like that. Perhaps that's part of the horror. I didn't actually interact with it in any way. We see some pictures on the wall. Some people. We don't know if that's us. Can I take a peek in the room? There's something in the room. I think this is like a little like shrine that you'd put for like a dead person. I believe that's what this is. I'm not very smart. I've absorbed some things via my time watching anime and stuff. So that's what I believe that is. Not entirely sure. So we could assume that this may be a dead mom situation. Maybe that's what's happening here. And now we're worried about our little girl. Her mom went away, and now she joined a cult. I can't leave my daughter alone. Okay, so this is the exit to the home. I always liked round windows like that. It's not something you see a lot of in the States. But round window, pretty cool, pretty good. That's our daughter. Well, this room won't open, so let's just head over and see what's up with our daughter. Yeah, you know what, this hall... Oh, yeah, good night. This hallway's a little longer than I remember, though. But, that happens sometimes. Sometimes the hallway is a little... Good night, daughter. I already said that, but, sometimes hallways are just a little longer than you remember. Old age, the knees start to hurt, and, just walking down them just makes them feel like they're a little bit longer. And also, just... It's also the emotional distance between us and our daughter. It wasn't the hallway wasn't literally getting longer. No. That'd be ridiculous. That was representative of course, the emotional distance that has propped up between us and our daughter since the death of her mother. It's been rough on the both of us. It's been hard, and I'm still not entirely sure how to open doors because I clicked on it, nothing happened. I assume I clicked on it. I don't have like a cursor. I can only just assume whatever's in the center of the screen is what does it. So the doors just kind of open on their own. So nothing's changed here. Same old shrine. The rooms are very empty. I don't know if that's I don't believe that's like a Japanese thing. Like maybe this is like like based on the style of dress and stuff. I could assume that maybe this is like an older Japanese house. But once again, my knowledge of stuff. Not very great, not very numerous. Ooh, what are these? How far do these puddles come for? Yeah, these are definitely puddles. They make splooshy sounds as we step in them. And we'll, of course, step in all of them, because why wouldn't you want to step? That is strange. Are you smoking in there? Because, we don't allow smoking in the house. You got to go outside for that. We don't want to stink up the place. Also, I don't know your age. You probably should not be smoking. Smoking. Probably not a thing that you should be doing, regardless of age. But it's once you're an adult, you can do whatever you want. Ugh. Listen to loud music again, huh? Well, I hate to be a buzzkill, but I personally don't really like loud sounds. So I'm gonna come in there and just ask you to turn it down, or you put on headphones. But you probably shouldn't listen to it too loud on headphones because that hurt your hearing. But also, daughter, you know me. You didn't clean up the puddles. First you're smoking, now you're listening to loud music, and you don't even clean up the puddles. And then you introduce color into the world. Yeah, what was that? I had no idea what that was. That was some kind of concept that I am very unfamiliar with. Something a color other than black and white. How could it be? Who could say? Also, I know it says like, we're going through multiple nights. It's like night 1, but I kind of wish that they were labeled episodes, but that's just because, I'm a dork, and the idea of it being like an anime, it just tickles me. Although I believe that the actual thing says that the art style is manga inspired, which, I mean, it's black and white. I'm not really sure how manga's black and white typically. But I suppose I should come here and check this room. Just make sure nothing scary has happened to our assumedly dead wife's memorial shrine thing. I mean, we could also go in there and do a prayer. And also, we need to figure out what's up with these doors. What is going on with the doors? And I don't actually poke my head over here because, we don't want to leave our daughter alone. Also, I don't know what this room goes to. I mean, we could assume like a kitchen or some kind of living space. Is she leave her door open? Just poke her head in. She's still playing the music. Yeah. Yeah, are you okay in there? We haven't really talked in a couple days. All right. I mean, if you say so. If you need to talk, you can talk to me. Did you see that color the other night? That was wild. Not really sure what to make of that. What do you make of that, daughter? Have you learned anything about color in your fancy cult you joined? Maybe they're teaching her about color. Night 5. What is that noise? Is that a slurping? Is that a slurping noise going on in my home at this time of night? Ugh, kids slurping around the house. You hate to see. Oh, I was like, did something scary happen there? Yeah, somebody slurped some stuff on the paintings of our family. How could they slurp stuff on our family paintings? They even slurped it on my wife's dead memorial thingamajig. Well, I will not stand for this. There will be no slurping in this house. I hate to put my foot down. I like to be the cool dad. We could respect boundaries and stuff, but, these puddles have been here for a couple nights now. I'm putting my foot down. What's up with all this slurping, daughter? Tentacles, huh? Bringing tentacles home. You're slurping all over the home. You could at least not slurp in the memorial room. Why would you slurp? And there's the color again. I'm very impressed by the color. It's very impressive. Very impressed by the color. Why you gotta slurp all over the house? Can't you slurp outside? That's where all the other kids slurp outside. Could you slurp outside? I honestly thought that might have been the end. How do you see the tentacle and just continue about your daily life? I mean, we can also just assume perhaps we're literally passing out and keep waking up in our room every single night. Seems the slurping has stopped. There is some form of growling now. There's still. Huh? What is wrong? It smells like fish. Couldn't even clean up the. I asked you to clean up yesterday, and I don't want to get on you. Oh, and the puddles have gotten bigger. I asked you to clean up yesterday, and then I guess I passed out for 24 full hours, which very irresponsible of me as your father. I shouldn't be passing out for long periods of time like that. But I'm not really sure. I understand. There's color. There's new concepts that I don't really understand. Yeah, I am going mad. Mad about these puddles. You just mop. I'll help you clean if maybe you can help me not pass out for 24 full hours. I'll help. It'll be a nice bonding thing. We sit down. We listen to that new music that you like, I guess. The one with the slurping and the growling and the chanting. I'm trying to be supportive. I don't want to be angry with you. It's been hard since mother's been gone. But we got to work together. We got to come together as a family unit. Unit, like the Funyun of family unit. Y'all, you know what I mean, daughter. Yeah, there's the fish smell. On the painting too. On the painting, there's a fish smell on the painting. Ugh, can you believe this? There wasn't a fish smell when you were around. You took care of her. You knew what to do. We've been a mess without her, I guess. But we'll figure it out. Daughter and I are going to come together stronger than ever. Maybe I'll join her cult. Maybe then I'll be able to understand why she's so keen on having all these puddles around. Why I can't get into what I assume is a kitchen. Maybe some kind of living space. I don't know. But let's clean up the house together. It'll be a fun bonding experience. Oh, what are you doing with your door? Is this goop or is this light? Oh, there you are. Well, I mean, I guess good night. Are we gonna hang out tomorrow? I see. I'm starting to feel like maybe we're not going to hang out tomorrow. Is something wrong? Do we need to talk? I'm starting to think something might be wrong. Maybe something's going wrong. It could be fine. I don't really understand the teenage girls these days. This could be totally normal. I mean, she did join her cult. Oh, is that like her face? I think I like zoomed it down on her face. I think this is supposed to be a VR game. I don't have any VR technology though, or any experience using VR. But I believe the Virtua Worlds page mentioned something about VR. Oh no, let me come through the door, please. No, please. I mean, I know there's nothing in here for us, but we got to come in here. Like, I'm only awake for like 30 seconds a day, so I got to come in here, say hi to the wife, come over here, see the puddles, which I'm not mad about the puddles anymore. I promise you, I'm not mad. I just want some nice family time together. We can have a nice meal. We can get the house clean. You can introduce me to your new shiny lights. Are you glowing? You can teach me how to do that too. I would enjoy learning how to do the glowing. You can introduce me to your friend, the Slurpy Tentacle. And maybe I can learn to accept your new puddle Slurpy, very loud lifestyle. You can introduce me to your colors too. Yeah, soon. Oh, so we'll hang out soon. All right, I understand. Okay, I'm just gonna pass out for 24 full hours again, and then hopefully you meant soon as in a time when I'm awake and able to process what's happening, and not soon as in like you meant like a couple minutes from then, because I don't know. It's hard work being a single father. So sometimes 9 nights in a row I just have to pass out for 24 hours straight. Yeah, we got to find out what's going on. How else are we going to spend quality time with our daughter? And I probably shouldn't be like checking all these. I mean, we could just gun straight for our daughter's room. But who knows when something will change? The smell is overpowering. Yeah, I mean, those puddles have been sitting there for like a good week now. We should have mopped them up. Oh, the puddles are gone. Oh, see, she does care. I wanted to clean together. I thought it could be nice family experience, but maybe I've been too hard on her. Well, I mean, there still is a puddle coming out of. Well, it was coming out of her room. Now it's stretching away because of our emotional distance, like we talked about. But we're making strides. Trying to work on the emotional distance. What if I walk backwards? Walking backwards. It stretch our emotional distance. It's time, Father? Oh, are we gonna... I mean, you already did most of the cleaning. Oh, am I supposed to run away from you now? Is this the part where I'm supposed to be scared and run away from you? Because, I mean, I don't want to run away. I caught by the tentacle. Oh, no. Does that mean it's over? I'm sorry, daughter. I mean, I did my best. That's all you can do. You can do your best to raise them. But in the end, they're their own people. A lot of people don't realize that you think about them as your kids. You got to take care of them. But sometimes, after that, I discover a strange thing, wet, powerful, and ancient. Oh no! Well, sometimes you find out that your daughters become, they're no longer just your daughter anymore. They're their own person. They become something ancient and powerful, and apparently wet, I guess. It's just like that sometimes. Days raising kids is difficult. Sometimes your daughter joins a cult, and she finds out that her calling was to be something greater, more powerful, and more wet, with more colors than we could have ever perceived. So that was My Daughter's a Cultist. On the itch.io page, they mentioned that it's in a prototype state. I'm not entirely sure what you would do to add to that game. Perhaps there's another ending where you can get away from your daughter and escape. But that's not what I wanted. Even if I could get to that front door, I wasn't going to leave without my little girl. I support her in her new lifestyle. So, even if that meant getting ripped limb from limb, it's what we got to do as a father. I hate to leave her alone in this world, but she decided to, she decided to ally with a powerful being beyond my understanding. And I'll support that the best I can. Hopefully, the insurance money from my death? We were ripped limb from limb. We're dead. Well, I mean, with the advent of... Oh my god, actually, does this... I just looked over at my recording. How does this... Okay, oofa-doofa. I looked over at my recording, and I had a smaller window where I can see the recording, and because of the way the game I don't know what it's called, but like that comic book like pinpoint style. When it gets minimized, it looked like it was terrible. Like it looked like it was like a weird effect all over screen. And I was like, oh no, the recording looked very bad. Why didn't I check this earlier? I'm very bad at this. But that was My Daughter's a Cultist. It's just a small little experience. It definitely feels like something that would be a VR game. There's not a lot of like gameplay. I'm doing that with air quotes because people get all hoity-toity about, oh, what is a game and what is gameplay? And it's like an interactive like art piece, very diorama-esque. At the end, when I assume we had to run away to our daughter, that was a gamey element where we would have had to dodge the tentacles, I assume, to get to the front door and escape. But once again, I support my daughter in her new lifestyle, and I'll do what I can to support her, even if that means being ripped limb by limb by, her being possessed by something ancient and wet. You just got to do what you got to do. So that was My Daughter's a Cultist by Virtua Worlds. Link in the description to play it. And maybe your relationship with your daughter will be better than the one with mine that resulted in my death. Father of the Year.